Hello everybody, welcome to Timeless Flux. This is a reading on why can't I let go of this person. We have three options here today. The options are represented by these beautiful pieces from the Lichia Seeds Oracle. Okay, this seed has a kind of sad face on one of its sides, and on the other side a happier face. Hope you can see it. Okay, this is for pile 1. For pile 2 I have what I call the silver plate seed, and for pile 3 I have the red velvet seed. Okay, so option number 1, option number 2, option number 3. Just as a reminder, these are general readings. If you're new to pick a card readings, focus your intentions on the relationship you want to know about, you're inquiring about. Choose a pile, and then you can use the timestamps in the description box to move straight into your reading. Okay, let's go then to the reading for pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1s. If you've chosen this seed with the sad face, happy face, I'm going to talk a little bit more about this symbol at the end of the reading. Then this is your channeled message. Okay, we're going to start with the cards, opening the cards one by one. First we have from the tarot of the Orixás, we have 21. This is the world card, and it's Oxalá Obatala. I can say here that this relationship, this person in your life, is someone you consider as a representative of expansion, especially because of the Orixá representation here that goes beyond the representation of the world card. So you see this person as someone who brought you innovation, brought you expansion. Maybe you went to different places together, places that you were not used to go to, having dinner together, going to museums, going to maybe traveling, exploring, exploring situations, and maybe even hobbies that you were not used to. So this person represented expansion in your life in a certain way. Okay, make it fit your situation. But there was, and probably there is still, as I see here, a lack of balance in terms of giving and receiving. And let's see, let me understand why. Okay, I see that you've been waiting for this lack of balance to recede, or maybe for you to have some kind, to reach some kind of balance naturally. But this is, I have to say that I don't see this occurring naturally, because you're putting this person, you see this person as from below a pedestal. So you're putting them on a pedestal. You see that this person is giving so much to you. It doesn't matter if it's a husband, a wife, if it's a friend, it doesn't matter the kind of relationship it is. You see this person as kind of a master, because this person has helped you expand your view and maybe even your level of experience in certain areas of your life, or in most areas of your life. Okay, it's a situation in which you're saying, okay, there is me before this person, and then me after this person. I've changed a lot. This person has introduced me to the world, kind of thing I'm seeing here. And then because of that, you've started acting as if what you're doing for this person can never equate what this person has been doing for you. Okay, it's like your actions do not have the same value. And this could be because you come from different social backgrounds, different social classes, or because you come from different cultural backgrounds. This person has expanded your view on I don't know, some kind of ideological stance of the world. But the thing is, you see yourself as a learner, as an apprentice, as someone who cannot really be compared in terms of knowledge and in terms of how you you put yourself out there in the world to this person. So what ended up happening is that you're doing a lot for this person. You might be helping them sort out things at work. You might be helping them fill forms, make their food, even fold their laundry. I'm seeing for some of you, helping them clean up their houses, or this kind of thing that you would consider mundane because they are the master. So you're kind of offering these tokens in exchange in a form of activities that you consider to be mundane. But this process is kind of an enslavement, self-enslavement process to another person, because they do not seem to be realizing what you're doing for them, and they also seem to expect from you this kind of collaboration. Like, if I am going to illuminate you with my knowledge, if I'm going to take you to these wonderful places, if I'm going to introduce you to my friends, if these are friends that you'll never be able to talk to or hang out with, then the least you can do is take care of my house, or take care of these mundane things, these repetitive mechanical things that I don't like to do. Okay, and I see that for some of you this is a romantic platonic relationship, but for some of you this could also be a business partnership in which one partner is doing much more than the other, because it is so hard for you to calculate what can be considered work and what is not considered work, and the value of each action, the actions of each of the partners, you see. So what I see here is that right now you're doing much more than this other person is doing. You're giving much more to the relationship than this other person is giving, both in terms, not only in terms of emotional investment, but actually in terms of the everyday practices. You're always doing more, but since what you're doing is being undervalued, and it's not only being undervalued by this other person, it's also being undervalued by you, you also do not consider that what you're doing is as important as what this other person is doing. Then you are allowing yourself to be enslaved by this relationship. And what I see here is that, because we have Lord Shiva and transcendence in reverse, and I think that it is important that it is in reverse here. The sentence says, rise up. Let me see if I can focus it. Rise up, honor your inner force, steps are being given, dance with the universe. So I see here that for you, it is difficult to simply rise up and see that whatever you're doing for this person, and whatever this person represents or has represented to you, you can be your own person, and you can also step into your power. Instead of depending on another person to have access to light, you see. Because the situation I'm seeing here is a situation in which, okay, I wanted to have access to these goods, to these activities, to this different social rank, and I could have entered myself, but it was easier because I had this person. Maybe I was scared to experiment with that. This could be because you are partners, you're business partners, and this person has been in the field for longer than you, so networking is more advanced, okay? And this person can introduce you to all the right people. But it could also be a husband and a wife, and then this husband has a company, and you're younger, so you haven't started your own company, but you have your plans. You don't have to stay attached to his company forever, but then it is kind of a comfort zone to just stay there, admiring the kind of person he is and helping him to go on with his own company instead of creating your own, or at least creating a section of his company that's going to work for you. Okay, these are two situations that just came to my mind, and I'm sure are for some of you, but they do not encompass all the situations I see here. What I see here is that it is very hard for you, my pile ones, to just step into your power without resorting to another person that you actually put in a position of power and that you admire as being the provider, the giver of these things that you consider prestigious, that you consider more advanced or higher, even spiritually higher. You see, for some of you, this person could be a spiritual mentor, but even if this person has knowledge that has been useful to you, it doesn't mean that you need to be to put yourself in a position of being enslaved by a spiritual mentor. Okay, so you need to step into your power, and you can't let go of this person because it is difficult for you to do that. This is in reverse. And also because it is very hard for you to open communication. You see, get a weight off your chest, speak up with love, and be heard. So I see that for most of you, if you simply talked to this person and if you were honest about how you really feel in this relationship, about this lack of balance that you're perceiving, then things would actually change. Okay, it would be important to confront this person in some way, either sending an email or just saying, okay, I'm doing more than what I'm supposed to do, and I took myself for granted. I was really inspired by everything that you've done for me, but now I just have to, move on and realize that I'm worthy of more, that my actions are worthy of more, and, close this relationship up in love. And I see that if this card is here, this is a strong possibility. Okay, I'm going to get another card just to see if this communication for all of you is supposed to be practiced with the person you're inquiring about, or with a friend, maybe a therapist, something like this. Okay, what I see here is that for most of you, this communication could be actually direct, straight, practice straight with the person that you're inquiring about, especially if they're younger, and especially if you're talking about a kind of partnership, a kind of relationship that also has a professional tone to it, or that is also related to some kind of joint investment. This person will understand. Okay, if you can just stand your ground and say, okay, I am doing much more than you are, and there's a lack of balance here in how we are understanding things, and I understand that I was also thinking I should do more, because whatever you're bringing to the table, whatever you're bringing to this relationship was more valuable than what I could give. But I've changed my perspective, and now I see that what I'm doing, it doesn't matter if it seems mundane, if it seems too humble, is as valuable as what you're doing. So we need to balance it. Okay. But these cards now are going to tell me why it's hard for you to simply leave. It is hard for you to leave this person. First of all, because in some cases, this is not a matter of abandoning the person, but just a matter of opening up in terms of just saying to this person that you're worthy of more, and that tasks need to be better balanced, and recognizing that you're also responsible for the way things are now, but that you understand you're worth more than what's happening now. Okay, but also because this situation is a comfort zone for you. You are afraid of stepping up into your power, and you place a lot of value on appearances. You place a lot of value um, on form alone. So whatever this person represents into your life, you feel like this person is more sophisticated, more knowledgeable, more, or at least that this person looks better on paper than you. And it's very hard for you to confront this person. That's why it's hard for you to leave this situation. But maybe this is not a situation of letting go of the person, but letting go of a given attitude in your life that keeps you stuck to this pattern of idolizing certain people and then becoming kind of a secretary, a helper, an enabler of other people's attitudes. Okay, and the other card we have here as 2Y is also talking about form, because whenever we're focusing on the surface, we tend to make decisions based on appearance alone. I would tell you that this person looks better than what he or she actually is, because you also had the seed here with the happy face, sad face, yeah, from the seed oracle. So I'd also say that you do not have a clear picture of who this person is, because you're creating this image of a master and you're trying to serve this master. You're trying to do whatever it takes for this master to stay around, and this person is not actually this. Let me get more information on this person. Yeah, again, I have a card for illusion. Yeah, I do not see danger, like this person is trying to manipulate you. What I see here is a situation in which you're creating an image for this person that is based on how a little value you put in your own actions, in what you have to offer to the relationship. And then if you just came clean and kind of demanded that the balance between what you give and what you receive were reviewed, this situation would just clear up. Okay, yes, this is your initiative. It needs to be your initiative. I see a person here that could be a little vain. Okay, and it also could be mysterious, but only because they know that if they are not mysterious, there's nothing underneath to just fill in the gaps. It's like a lot of pose and no content. So you're maybe seeing this person for much more than what they actually are. There's a lot of pose, there's a lot of show. They sure look good on paper, and they sure look like people who can be in powerful situations. They sure look empowered in general. It doesn't matter the area you're talking about, but they're just putting on a show, and you're better than that. And you can even help these people go deeper into matters that they do not want to talk about. Okay, they do not want to deal with. But in order to do that, you actually need to have a conversation, and you actually need to say, okay, I am doing much more in this relationship than I should be doing, and I realize that it happened because I was not paying attention to my worth and to my priorities. I'm sorry, this cannot happen anymore. So I want to know, how should we deal with it from now on? Because I'm not going to overburden myself with things that are not my responsibility. How can we organize this better? And then just wait for the answer. For most of you, I think that the answer can be positive, even if it takes some time for this person to reorganize, or for the dynamics between you two to reorganize. And for others of you, I see that this person is just going to leave your life, but then you will be able, because you have opened up, because you have communicated clearly, to let go of this person with no problem, with no further problems, okay? And this won't be hanging there the way it is right now, okay? So I hope this message has helped. And if you like the video, the message, please do not forget to share this video, share the channel, and subscribe in order to receive our next videos. Thank you very much, and bye-bye. Now I'm going to move on to the reading of pile number 2. If you have selected pile number 2, you've selected the silver plate seed. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the silver plate seed at the end of the reading, but let's start talking about the cards, unfolding the messages here, and we start with the tarot of the Orixás, Baba Orixá. Okay, so what I see here is that this person is probably new to your life, or at least a new relationship, and you could have been together for a short period of time, or maybe this is a platonic relationship and you're inquiring about someone who has made an impression on you, kind of ongoing, like on and off situation, and you just cannot seem to move on from the idea of being with this person. But let's see what the tarot is going to tell us. Okay, so starting from this 10 of Wands, I can see that you're tired of this situation, so you really want to move on, or whatever situation it is, you have invested a lot in it. So I see that there is a relationship between whatever you've been doing, and what I see for most of you is a situation in which you've been calling, you've been trying to reach out, you've been trying to be a part of this person's life in some way, and it's really not fair to you, because you know that you're expecting some kind of new insight, new beginning, new even spiritual advice to come to come about on how to deal with this person, but it's actually never going to happen. For some of you, I see that you have received, because I have these 2 cards here, that you have received maybe in another reading, or maybe you are also a reader, some kind of advice on how to deal with this person, saying that this person shows promise and that this relationship could evolve if you just gave it time. But so far, what I see is that you're actually too tired from just keeping your expectations high and not seeing a lot moving on when it comes to your relationship or your partnership, because this could relate to a lover, this could relate to a fling, this could relate to a business partnership, okay? But I do see that you've invested a lot of work, whether this work was trying to reach out or trying to, I see situations in which you try to be in the same places where this person is, you know, just to try to get seen and try to approach in somehow, in some way. You try to be connected, to stay in touch, whether by social media or by common friends, but you're actually tired of these strategies and you're waiting for some form of insight. And for some of you, this is not for all of you, because remember, this is a general reading, so there are a lot of different people watching. For some of you, I see that you have received, like when when you were almost giving up, maybe you've watched a different pick a card reading, and or you went to some kind of healer, some kind of spiritual advisor. Even for some of you, you started this kind of therapeutic practice, more conventional or more unconventional, and then you received a message that this person could show promise in the future, and so you're still holding on. You still don't know how to explain why is it that your relationship is not developing the way it should. Okay, now let's see. I want to get another tarot card just to confirm the kind of promise this relationship shows. Okay. Yeah, this is a relationship that could even be fruitful in the future, but I see a lack of maturity here. I see that this is new, or at least if you are not starting this relationship or getting to know this person, this relationship is based on an immature view of life. Okay, there's still a lot of things that you should know about each other that are not present at this moment, and I want to see with the oracle what this is all about. Okay, what we have here, and it is in reverse, is ascension. Move into your true self, rise above the darkness, the light is there. So with this card here, and then we also have I am protected, I feel, and I do not have to see. What I feel here is that maybe you're holding on to this person because even if you know this person is not for you, or for most of you, I see this as a long shot. This relationship was never fully developed, or the expectations are more on your part than based on actual data from anything that you had developed during your meetings. Okay, so what I see here is that there's nothing indicating in real life that this relationship can evolve or can develop, but you're holding on to it because it is hard for you to feel that you could have another opportunity with another person. It's kind of like you're afraid of moving on because maybe you won't feel that way for another person, at any other time. It's like it's easier for you to keep on waiting for this relationship to develop than moving into your true self. Okay, but there's a clear message for you here. This darkness, I don't see this darkness coming from the other person. I see this darkness as being a part of this whole cycle of expecting and then trying to be in the same places, trying to force this connection when the connection is not there. In the future, you could even be together, or this relationship could even develop to a higher extent. Okay, but this is not meant to be right now. Maybe that's why, because for some of you, you had this insight, this message that this person could be a part of your life, or could represent some gain to you, could be even your twin flame. But this is not something that's meant to happen right now, because before anything like that happen, you actually need to move into your true self. So far, what you're doing in this relationship is escaping the fact that you have many possibilities, many different possibilities, even for twin flames, for soulmates in this life path. You're afraid that if your heart disconnects from this one possibility that is really immature as it is presented right now. Okay, it doesn't mean that it will never develop, but your fear is that if you let it go, then you will never have any other opportunity like that. And what the universe is telling you is that you are protected. You have this cloak of protection right over your shoulders, and it is reverberating, okay, in your life. So you're going to attract many other people, many other possibilities, so that you can feel like you can choose, not only hang on to this one possibility for which you have to work so hard and not see the results. It's kind of a message like this is not what a true partnership or a true loving relationship should be. Okay, so it doesn't matter if this is a romantic relationship or if this is a business partnership. It's like you're hanging on because you really do not feel like you're going to have another opportunity. It's like a last chance kind of feeling, okay? And I want to see, I want to also, oh, I already have cards coming up for you. Yeah, you have some mental patterns that you really need to let go of, in which it's like it feels like if I strongly connect to this person, and if my feelings are strong enough, kind of if I'm thinking all the time about this person, if I mentalize that this person can read my thoughts, they will actually reach the person and I can change the situation with the power of my mind. But the problem is, no matter how true it is that we can actually communicate through telepathy, I believe in that, and we can actually use the power of our minds to change our whole lives, there is some lack of maturity in this situation, because if you do that based on the fear that you are never going to get another opportunity, then this strategy is not going to work out for you, okay? Because what I see here is that in reality, in the practice, in everyday life, there's nothing to show progress in this relationship, or very little to show progress in this relationship, okay? If you actually consider the places where you've been together, or the situation in which you have interacted, exchanged words, etc., it's more in your head than it is actually manifesting. And I know you have a strong mind power that you want to apply in order to make this manifest, but what spirit's trying to show you is you are protected at all times, and we are trying to move you on to better perspectives, or even to better people, better fits at this time of your evolution, so that maybe one day you can even come back to this person and you can even have a relationship under different terms, okay? But this is not for you at this moment, and the reason why you can't let go is that you have this feeling of, okay, if I strongly connect, if I strongly manifest, if I have these thoughts, this person will be mine, we are going to be together, we are going to, then with the power of my mind, I will be able to bring this person, okay? And I have said this in other videos, but sometimes we have an interpretation of the law of attraction that is not and it's not wrong, but it's actually incomplete, because if I'm trying to attract anything in my life, and my underlying feeling is fear, then whatever I'm trying to attract is not going to come to fruition, okay? What I see here is that you're afraid of letting this chance go, because you just want to make it work with this opportunity, with this person. You're afraid that if you let it go, if you let this person go, then you won't have any other opportunity of feeling this way by any other person. So for most of you, I feel like this is a romantic relationship, but this could also be related to a job partnership in which you feel this person is the person that's going to help you move on with your career, move on with your company, but maybe there are other possibilities that you're not seeing right now. You're really afraid of letting go of this person, and then maybe your business is going to collapse, your career is going to come to a halt, and you don't need to worry. It's actually the opposite. If you stand into your power, you're going to be able to, knowing that you are protected at all times, you're going to be able to remove these mind patterns that get you stuck, and even protect a chance, a better chance in the future for this relationship to develop in a different way. Okay, so this is the message I have for you guys today. I hope it has helped. If you liked it, do not forget to subscribe to subscribe to the channel, and to share this video with your friends so that it can hopefully help other people. Okay, also my piles number 2, this seed oracle piece here that I told you I was going to comment on, it talks about protection, it talks about enlightenment. So remember that whatever you're doing, you need to get in tune with yourself, with your higher self, with the better version of yourself, so that you find your true power, and realize that it is independent of any one specific person. Okay, it lies within yourself and in your connection with spirit, okay, with the higher powers and the universe. You might actually want to work with the crown chakra, and this could help you move away from this situation. Okay, so for those of you who chose pile number 3, welcome to your reading. These are your cards, and you've selected this this seed, this that I called the red velvet oracle seed here. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that after we see the cards, and you have more than one card from the tarot of the Orixás, so I'm guessing this is a more complex situation than it was for the other piles. We have the Iroko, Roko Loco, we have Iemanjá in reverse, and we have Yansan Oya in reverse, and we have the Strength card also in reverse. Okay, we have the Five of Wands upright and the Tower in reverse. So what I see here, we have 3 cards representing this person and your relationship with this person, but mainly focusing on the energy of this person. This person is hard to follow. Okay, they could be always changing their mind, they could be all over the place, they could also be a bit dramatic, but so they're always proposing these new things, they always have these commitments. I see lots of social commitments, or at least lots of different activities that you need to be engaged with, and always having the participation of this person, lots of invitations, lots of tasks that you need to be doing. They are always required by this person, and they are highly changeable. Okay, so you never know, being with this person is being like at the mercy of their whims. Okay, the word crazy maker comes to my mind, and I don't know if you know this expression, but it's a person that is always trying to make the universe and people move around them, because they really feed on the energy of other people, and they are always creating this kind of small chaos, but this chaos is not related to the places where they are exactly. So in a family, they could be creating chaos because they're always pointing to whatever is missing and what other people should be doing for them to feel more comfortable, and to places where we should go together, things that we should that we should find things that should be fixed. But when it comes to their particular space, whether this is their room or their work or even their social media space, whatever is theirs seems to be unaffected by this kind of drama. So they are drama creators. For most of them, this is what I see. So this is not a positive presence in your life, and it's very hard to deal with this person because what I think keeps you in this movement is that you're actually attracted to the good you see in them. Okay, because you see that this person is highly emotional, and that it would take for them to be a little less afraid maybe of expressing their emotions in a positive way, and you would like to be the person to help them do that, to be their teacher, to be their master. But the thing is, you can never teach a person, you can never help a person unless this person actually wants to be helped. So you got entangled in this situation in which you are at the mercy of a crazy maker, and you really feel like you should just hang in there and wait for them to change. But they actually do not want to change, okay? It's not their moment to change yet. And trust me, you have done everything that you can. And you even had, I can see here, you even had a positive influence in this person's life. It's just that they are not ready to take this step. They are not ready to mature. They are not ready to just consider life from a different perspective and see that they're responsible for not only for their lives, but also for the lives and the well-beings and the health of other people, and that they do not need to suck on other people's energies to survive, that they can be fed by their own energy and by their own purpose and higher selves proposals. Okay, so it's like you see this person as a promise, because you really see that underneath all this drama, there's lots of creativity, lots of emotions, and from time to time, maybe this person just comments on ideas. I see art, I see ideas, I see maybe some of these people are critics of art critics, or maybe educational supervisors, people who have a highly critical view on the work of others. But when it comes to their own work, they do too little, or they are never able to see the flaws in their own work. Okay, so, and you see that these people could actually become what they criticize. Like, they could become the artists they criticize so much. They could become the educators they are only supervising so far. Kind of a situation in which there's a bit of envy in the criticism they are making. You know, they're spreading out there the venom they're spreading, the shade they're spreading. But the thing is, it's beautiful that you want to trust in this person and their process, but it's not doing you any favor, or this person any favor, for you to feed them with your energy, because you really need to understand that it is counterintuitive, and it is not healthy for you to serve as this kind of you are an enabler right now. Your energy is only feeding this version of themselves that is actually a crazy making, and it's making other people suffer too, not only you. Okay, and so it's like you're trying to help, but because you condone with the attitudes of this person, you're actually preventing them from maturing, preventing them from discovering that they could actually be rely on their own energy to do things. Okay, and I see here that there's no way of letting go of this person without a bit of a conflict. Okay, and you probably already know that, because when we have the tower in reverse here, you know that if you simply stop talking to this person, or if you stop doing some of the things you've been doing in order to enable this kind of behavior, this person is going to come at you. you know. But I see here that you're strong enough to deal with that. It's only that you're a little bit confused on whether this would be harmful or not to this person, or whether you should keep on trying to change this person or not. So I'm here to tell you, stop trying to change this person, because you're actually not helping this person, you're not helping yourself, and you're actually hindering the process, which is already predicted, of this person to maturing and to learning how to be a human being in which other people can trust, and that can be based on more healthier ways of relating with other people, okay? With the Tower in reverse here, as I was saying, I see that you already know conflict will be necessary, and you need to break up with this person at a certain level, even if it's not like we are going to cancel on this friendship, we're going to cancel on this relationship, but at least establishing boundaries, establishing clear limits, okay? And this is a situation in which you're either going to do it or it's going to happen, okay? Because it's going to happen anyway, but here you have a chance of doing it consciously, aware of the fact that you don't want to be this person's enabler anymore, okay? Now let's see what the oracle has to say. I have Odin in reverse, psychic insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. So I see that for most of you here, you already know, and with the Tower in reverse here, you already know that you have to establish different boundaries with this person. You have to stop playing whichever role you're playing in this relationship, because this person needs some limits, and you need to rethink your limits. But maybe you're not listening to intuition, and you're not believing what you already know it's true. Okay, see truth for what it is. You already know everything that I'm telling you about this person. You know, it's a crazy maker. You know that other people are complaining about the same things. You've had a lot of signs, and this reading is only a confirmation for you in order to help you decide, okay, I need to break this pattern in real life with actual actions, okay, with activities. And we have Krishna here with devotion. This was in reverse too. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. So here, this is a very beautiful message. It is in reverse, and I understand why. The reason why it is so hard for you to let go of this person is that you want recognition for everything that you've done for this person. It's like you've been believing that this person is going to change, and you see promise in this person. So now it's like you only want to let go of this person when you see some actual change. Otherwise, you feel like you're going to just you would be only ignoring all of the effort you had put in so far. But Spirit's here to tell you that it doesn't work like that. It's not exactly like that. You have put in effort. This effort has been recognized. You have already done good for this person. Even if the person is not showing, if it's not showing in the form of change, or if it's not showing in the form of recognition, you need to know, and Spirit's here to tell you, I'm here to tell you, that you are a huge influence in this person's life already. And if this person is going to change in the future, because observing what the cards are telling me here now, I can say to you that this person is actually going to change. What you need to do right now is just leave this person behind, because you're not helping anymore. But this person will only change in the future because of your participation in the events up to this moment, okay? Because you have been a part of their life up to this moment, because of everything you've endured and everything you've lived with this person, okay? But at this moment, you just need to let go. You need to let go, and this is going to be a process, but you need to know that your efforts have been recognized, and they are going to fructify. You just need to step back for a moment. And as a final card from the Timeless Flux Oracle, just remember that dreams, expectations, everything that you want in life, they're like bubbles. You see here, bubbles are meant to burst, okay? So maybe this expectation regarding this specific person is bursting right now, so that in the future you can see many other expectations, many different people, and even the lessons you've learned from this connection just branch out and fill you with different possibilities. But most importantly for this reading, just remember that right now you're not doing yourself and this person any favor. So if you step back, please find yourself reassured that you'll not be doing any harm, okay? You are being recognized by spirit. There's nothing else you can do. You just need to step back, because this person needs to go through this process alone for the moment. And this is also going to be healthy for you. You had the red velvet seed, right? It's important to tell you that the red velvet seed is connected to female power in the sense of nurturing women's cycles, right? So any kind of circulation movement and the female cycles, the energy in the female cycles, this gives me a clear message that you're not recognizing a moment in your life in which you need to retreat. The cycle is okay. The cycle is correct. You've given everything that you can give to this relationship, and this is going to fructify, but this is not going to fructify the way you believed it would. Okay, this bubble is going to burst, but it's the best for you and for this person. And maybe you're even going to meet under different conditions in the future, but right now there's a lack of maturity on the part of this person who needs to just follow their path, his path, her path alone, in order to be able to find their own strength, because for the moment they're only sucking on other people's vital energies, and you cannot allow them to suck on your energies too. Okay, thank you very much. I hope this reading has been useful, and if it has, please comment below this video, follow the channel so that you can receive our next videos. Thank you very much.